So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Our video today takes us to the great state of Maryland, where we find a young frauditor with absolutely no common sense, no common courtesy, and no common decency as he tries to bully his way around the Board of Education building. Oh, he's filing a lawsuit. I don't know why, but that's why he's there. Enjoy.
Here we are today at the Anne Arundel County Board of Education building to drop off a letter of intent to sue for some shit that they did back when I was in high school. And yeah, I was instructed to come over here to this building, that this is where I would drop this off. That it's not done at the county attorney or state's attorney's office, but that I do it here at the actual Board of Ed building.
This is the idiot behind the camera. He looks like a kid, and he just said something about high school, so he must have just graduated high school, or perhaps he dropped out to, how shall we say, pursue a life of frauditing, possibly?
Hello. How you doing? I was told if I was, I needed to bring a letter of intent to sue over here and drop it off. Where would I drop that off at? Who would that go to, the clerk, or?
And it's to sue?
Yeah.
The Board of Education.
Yep.
Let me get the legal department. Give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Just the regular legal office that's on the main page.
Yep. So is there like a building or like an office that I go to, or?
No, they're gonna come down. We're not allowed to let anyone in.
Oh. Well, what are all those people doing in there?
Those people are escorted by someone.
You're going to notice throughout this video that this young man has a chip on his shoulder, and it hasn't been knocked off quite yet. But not to worry, he's still a young guy. He has plenty of time to get that chip knocked off.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hang out with me for like 15
Can I help you with something?
minutes for her appointment. I'm assuming
No,
I need a badge.
I didn't ask for any help.
She's gonna be with me the whole time.
So what is it that you're doing here, sir?
Thank you.
Can we help you with something? You need to speak to somebody?
Oh, I just put her to work.
Sir. Are you here to see somebody? Are you here to speak to somebody?
Yeah, I've already spoken to somebody, sir. I didn't ask to speak to you. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk? Okay. Alright, we can handle this one or two ways. You here to see somebody?
No, there's only one way this is going to be handled,
Okay,
and it's the way that I'm handling it.
And how?
I did say that this young man is a smartass, and that proves it. Oh, it's going to be handled the way I want. Oh, yes, indeed. And you will leave the building shortly, too.
How can we help you with that?
It's the way that I'm handling it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Sir, here she is.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Hi, can I get your name, please?
Jacqueline Money.
And what do you do here, Jacqueline Money?
I work for the board member's office.
Okay. Yeah, so I was told that if I was intending to sue the Board of Education for some things that happened when I went to high school here in the Anne Arundel County public school system, that I would drop that off here.
Okay.
Not at 2660 Riva Road with the county attorney, or not at the state's attorney's office over there at 8 Church Circle, that I would drop it off here with you guys. I just wanted to confirm that was true. I wanted to find out who it is I drop it off with, how I go about dropping that off, and things like that.
It's a formal complaint for the board members?
It's not a formal complaint, it's a letter of intent to sue.
Okay. I can certainly take that and get it to the appropriate location.
Okay, so the moron has delivered his letter of intent to sue to the right person, and now we're going to skip over these next 10 minutes or so because it's a lot of quality content, of course, and we'll get to the part where we have some confrontation.
10 minutes later.
Then I also need to talk to whoever's in charge of the security. Then I need to speak to whoever's in charge of the security division down here and things like that. so that I can file that formal complaint that you thought I was filing earlier. I would like to also file that now. Yeah, whoever's in charge of the security people, so that I can file a formal complaint that you were talking about. And you said he just coincidentally happened to step into a meeting right when I asked to speak to him?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you'd like to leave your contact information for him, he can give you a call back or
No, I'm good. I'm not going to leave my information, but I'm going to speak to him.
Okay.
How long is his meeting going to take?
I'm unsure.
All right, well, I got all the time in the world, miss, so.
Frauditors usually do have all the time in the world because they have nothing else to do all day.
I got time today. I'll sit here and wait.
Okay.
Last week when I came out here, y'all were lucky I ain't had time, but what that kid say in the video? I got time today, cuz. Y'all got lucky last week. I had to go to work, but I got time today. Coincidentally, he stepped into a meeting. Yeah, no, he can come down here and speak to me.
Wait a minute. This frauditor says he has a job? Who in the hell would hire this wanker? Well, I can think of a few places, but I better not say.
And then I asked to speak to whoever's in charge of like the security department, but they said that he coincidentally stepped into a meeting right when I asked to speak to him. But
So are you recording us?
absolutely,
We don't consent to be recorded.
that's fine. I didn't consent to any of these cameras in this public lobby record me when I walked in here.
You're
But
on notice of that, so that's a different situation.
no, it's not, ma'am. This is a public lobby.
Okay,
You work for the public. Can I get your name, ma'am? Ma'am, can I get your name?
She's gonna make you a copy.
Yeah, I know, but I want her name.
My name is Laurie Pritchard.
And what is it? What's her name? Laurie what?
Pritchard.
Pritchard. And what does she do here?
She works for Antelope County Public Schools for the law office.
Well, she worked for the law office and she doesn't know the law about recording in public and public lobby. She's going to get educated today. That's sad.
Oh, I understand now, Frauditor. You always wanted to become an educator, and you think that the Board of Education failed you. I understand completely.
That these are the people that work for our county and the law department. She's going to get educated on what a public lobby is and what filming in public is. It's a First Amendment protected activity. I have the right to film in publicly accessible areas. She works for the public. If she doesn't want to be recorded, she can go back behind that door like she did. But to come out here and tell me I can't do that or she doesn't consent to that, that's not fair. I appreciate you, Ms. Jacqueline. You've been very nice, and that's the difference between a good employee and a bad one. Everybody else here has been very rude and ignorant. You've been very nice, and I appreciate you, Ms. Jacqueline.
If you think those people were rude, you haven't seen anything yet, Frauditor. Let's go ahead and edit out some more of your dead air so we can get to the really rude people.
What's up?
My understanding that your business here is included, so I need to ask you to leave the building, please.
Well, so this is actually a public lobby, and it's open to the public, and this is during business hours?
It is open to the public, but you don't have any business here right now?
I do have
Your
legal
business
business.
is concluded.
I
What
do
is
have
your
business. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story, ma'am.
Okay, but you are finished now, so
No,
it's
I'm not.
time for
I'm
you
still
to leave.
gathering content for my story.
I'm asking you to leave. You've done
Okay.
everything that you needed to do
No, I'm not.
here.
I'm not done. I'm still
What else are
gathering
you
content.
doing here?
Well,
Explain that to
I
me.
need to use the computer and do some business, but it's none of your business what my business is.
Are you doing AACPS business?
Sure, I'm doing my own business.
No, you cannot do your own business
Well, ma'am,
on our computers.
I'm gathering
Those
content for a
computers are
story.
for people
That's
who-
fine, then I won't use the computer. I'm gathering content for a story, ma'am. I'm an independent journalist gathering
understand
content
that.
for a
You're gonna
story.
Oh, most certainly. Gathering content for his rather lame YouTube channel. Let's take a look at those numbers. 3,400 subscribers and 193,000 views. Sonny boy, I think you should get a real job, making real money, because this is no money.
When I'm
Continue
done,
outside. If
when
you
I'm
refuse
done,
to leave, we're going to call the police and have them escort
well,
you out of here.
when they get here, they're going to tell you, ma'am.
Warning.
When they get here, they're going to tell you that this is a public lobby,
No, what they're going
and
to
I'm
tell
not
you
breaking
is
any
we
laws.
have asked you to leave and you're refusing, which means you are now trespassing.
No, well,
so they are going to
actually, ma'am,
escort
you have
out
to
of the
have
building.
you have to have a reason to try and trespass me. You can't just ask me to leave a public lobby because you don't want me here.
People who are here to do business.
And I'm doing my business
you
as
are
well,
not
ma'am.
doing business.
I'm gathering content for a story, ma'am.
If you need content for a story, then you need to contact our
No, I
communications
don't.
office, and our communications office
Absolutely
can
no,
help
I
you with
don't.
that.
No, I don't.
So once again, I'm going to ask
That's
you
unconstitutional,
to leave.
ma'am. No.
It is not.
Well,
it has
ma'am, see,
nothing
this
to
is
do with
different. You are asking me to leave.
I'm so happy you acknowledge that this lady is asking you to leave, sonny boy, because you absolutely can be trespassed from a public building. It doesn't matter if you've committed a crime or not. Now, if I were you, and I'm glad I'm not, I would get going.
And I'm respectfully declining because this is public area.
Okay, so right now, I'm telling you to leave. If you're refusing to
Under
leave, we're
what?
gonna have the
Under what
police-
authority? Under what?
You have
Why are
no
you telling
other
me to leave?
business here. If you need to do a story, I
Ma'am,
can contact the
respectfully,
communications
you don't get to
office and
decide
you
what
can-
my business is.
Sir, I do. This is
You don't
not
get
a
to tell
public
me when I'm
building.
done
It is a
gathering content
private-
for my story.
Sir, I do. This is
You don't
not
get
a
to tell
public
me when I'm
building.
done
It is a
gathering content
private-
for my story.
This is a private
Can I get you to
building.
identify yourself, ma'am? This is not a private building, ma'am. This is the Anne Arundel County Public Schools building.
That's
This is
correct.
the public lobby of the public school building.
building does not
Yes.
mean it is a
The
public-
lobby.
How many people watching right now want to reach through the monitor and give this bloody wanker a slap across the chops?
Is open to the public, ma'am. I walked right in that building. Nobody else has to show a badge or
Finished
anything.
with our communication.
We're not.
I'm telling you that the
What is
police
your name,
department-
ma'am?
I'm not giving you my name. The
You know,
police
but
department-
you want to come out here and you want to try to have authority over top of me, but you don't even want to identify yourself?
I'm asking you, I'm with the Office of School Security. I'm asking you to leave
Now, how do I know that?
business.
Because you won't identify yourself. You
First
you
of
just,
all, I
ma'am,
have this and I have a badge, and
that's
that's
so
all you
annoying.
need to
That's
know.
so annoying. You haven't shown me your badge. That's so annoying. I can go and buy an Under Armour thing and sew that on there
basically,
myself.
You're refusing to leave. Is
Well,
that what you're
I'm
telling
asking
me?
you under what grounds.
Are you refusing
I'm
to
asking
leave?
what legal grounds you have to ask me to
This
leave the
is
building, ma'am.
not
This
a
is a public
public
lobby.
building.
Yeah.
So many frauditors are confused about public versus private property. It may well be open to the public, but it is a private business. Oh, yes, indeed. And it's not open to every Tom, Dick, and Harry to come in and film. No doubt.
It is.
It is Anne Arundel County
Public schools,
That does
lobby.
not mean
But the
that
lobby is open to the public, ma'am.
we are finished. The police are on their way. and
That's
they will
fine.
ask
I'm asking you to
leave.
identify yourself. This is a public lobby, ma'am. Can you identify yourself? Can you identify yourself, ma'am? I can. It's during business hours, ma'am. I can be in this public lobby if I want to. I'm gathering content for a story.
What?
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. You don't get to tell me when my content is done being gathered. You don't get to put time, place, and restrictions on my business.
A real tough guy, isn't he? He looks like he weighs about $120 soaking wet out of the shower. He must have some powerful muscles and empty-handed skills we don't know about to talk so tough.
It's during business hours, it's in a public forum, and it's legal and lawful business. Time, place, and manner, sir. I'm just trying to file a complaint on you, man, but I need your name. That's all. I can't file the proper complaint unless I have your name.
No, and are you videotaping me?
Absolutely.
I have not given you consent.
I don't need your consent, man. This is a public lobby.
It's not a public lobby.
It is a public lobby.
And
This lobby's open to the public.
videotape me because you don't have consent. My consent.
I don't need your consent, ma'am. Then they should go home. This is public. There's no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am.
This frauditor has been watching Glenn's Serio videos, haven't you, frauditor?
There's no expectation of privacy in public.
I have asked you to leave.
That's how you speak to tax-paying citizens, ma'am? You work for the public. You gave up your right and your expectation of privacy when you came out into public today. There's 27 cameras in this lobby, and I can FOIA all of that footage, so why is it any different than the camera on my chest? Why? Because you want to have something to cry about? Now, again, you came out here and told me to leave and try to have authority over me. Can you identify yourself, please? Are you guys telling people they're not allowed to come in here now? Really?
Much later.
Well, when I'm done my business, when I'm done gathering the content for my story, I will.
Okay.
That's all.
So it is a public lobby. That's right.
Mhm.
They are requesting that you're leaving because you've already completed the business that you need to complete.
Pardon me, officer, but he's not going to leave until he's good and ready. He's still gathering content for his channel because he doesn't make enough money to stay at home with mommy anymore. She wants him to pay his own bills.
Well, but see, they can't tell me that my business is complete. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
I understand that, but what more do you need to do?
Oh, I'm gathering content for my story.
What's your content? To sit in the lobby and just
well, I don't want to divulge the business of my story yet, but if it's my story and I'll gather content in the manner that I will, you know what I mean? The manner in which I'm gathering my content is legal, so it doesn't matter if I wanted to sit here and just watch people walk through that door. If I didn't have a video camera on my chest, would it make it any different?
Now he's all finished harassing the people at the education building. He's going to harass the police. Oh, this guy is something else. He's a little worm.
I spoke with my supervisor. He advised the parking lot is public in terms of coming in here.
Into the lobby.
It's not considered a public building.
It is though. The lobby is. The lobby is open to the public though.
I'm telling you what my supervisor told me. So he said if security said that you created a disturbance, which
but I didn't.
You did,
How?
And I want you to leave, that you need to leave.
How?
Terry, I'm telling you what they told me. If you want him to come up here and tell you that himself, he can. But
absolutely, I would love to speak to your supervisor.
Many minutes later.
Private lobby.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's a private entity, which is what's in the paperwork
No.
that she gave me to give to
This
you.
lobby is open to the public. People walk in here without having to have a badge or anything. They can walk into this lobby. They can come in here and use that computer for business.
And you completed your business, and then it's time to leave, and that's what people do. They come in, they complete
but
their
respectfully,
business, and they leave. You didn't do that.
She doesn't get to tell me my business is done. Well, I am. I'm not raising my voice and cursing at you. I'm not huffing and puffing at you. You're sitting here telling me that, I'm taking bits and pieces in this. Regardless, it's all on camera. Every bit of it is recorded.
It's on camera on
I know,
too.
but
that has nothing to do with this.
It does, Chrissy.
It doesn't, Terry.
Now, it may sound like the police officer and the Frauditor are on a first-name basis and they're good buddies. Well, in fact, they are a little bit because they used to be co-workers at a restaurant. The Frauditor divulged that in part of the editing that I did, and he seems to think that she should give him a break since they're good friends.
You weren't here when my camera was on.
Using the camera is everybody here has allowed you to videotape on your camera.
No, they haven't. They've tried to cry about it.
No, but see that. Listen to yourself.
Well, because listen to you. Listen to you. You're saying things that aren't true because I know my rights, Chrissy. Because when they approached me and they were mean and they were rude to me, I didn't give in to their intimidation factors. I stood up for myself.
Against the law.
You're right, it's not. So why are you sitting here saying, listen to myself? You just sat here and said, listen to you. So what are you trying to say?
Because you're still here, and that is against
You're right.
the law.
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is a public lobby, Chrissy.
You can discuss it with my supervisor
I will.
when he gets here.
I will.
Yes, Frauditor, you've been asked to leave several times by the security staff and now by the police. If you would like to get a criminal trespass charge, just keep running your mouth, sonny boy.
I sat here and told this gentleman, if they can come here and show me that this is a private lobby, I have no problem leaving. Hell, at 3 o'clock when it closes down, I got no problem leaving because that's the end of business day. The issue is that you weren't here and your video doesn't have what happened before you got here. Mine does. And you won't acknowledge the fact that my video proves my story. It does. It has the evidence. It does because you're trying to say I caused a disturbance. It's not.
You've concluded your business and then it's time to
go. If it was a private lobby, I wouldn't be able to videotape in here, Chrissy. If it was a private lobby, I wouldn't be able to videotape in here.
So let me get this straight. Any place that you can use your potato cam would be considered public. Wow, I learned something today.
Think about that before the next words come out of your mouth.
You're very respectful. You sure are. You sit there and you admit that you get an attitude and you're not respectful sometimes and you get mad, but then you want to sit there and play the game like you're an angel. And you're not. The police are called every single time you go into a public building for a reason, Terry.
Yeah, and yet what happens every time? You educate those people that I'm not wrong and they are, Chrissy. Every time y'all come out there, you explain to them that they're wrong and I'm not. I guess I should probably ask this. I'll ask her. I'll ask her on camera.
I'm having a conversation.
No, let me ask you. That's fine. This is public. Whoa.
Sit down, please.
Confrontation is this kid's middle name. At such a young age, I wonder what happened to make him such an angry young man. Probably something at home. Maybe mommy and daddy didn't pay enough attention to him.
I have people that need to conduct business in here, real business.
Man, first off, you don't tell me to go sit down.
Sit down.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm asking you to
You're
sit
being rude and
down.
interrupting at this point. You want to sit and do your investigative journalism? Do that. We're talking.
Look at her behavior, and I'm causing a disturbance?
You came up and interrupted the conversation.
I didn't say anything.
You have freedom and the right to do that.
I didn't say anything.
And they have the right to have a private conversation.
Then they can go in private, sir. Then they can go in private. I'm asking you on camera, are you giving me a lawful order to leave this department?
If he comes in here and videotapes per your guys' rules, is that legal or not? It's illegal.
A rule does not trump my rights. Let me ask you, are you guys giving me a lawful order? I just want to confirm, are you giving me a lawful order to leave this building?
Frauditor, we all know if the police gave you a lawful order, your next question would be, well, what would happen if I don't leave? And then you would say, oh, I'm going to leave under the threat of arrest. Under the duress of threat of arrest, I'm going to leave. That's how you operate, Frauditor.
Okay.
If I ask him not to videotape, then he should not be videotaped. Okay.
There's no expectation of privacy in public.
We need him away from the door so that we can conduct.
You know, I'm not obstructing the doorway, ma'am. You guys are obstructing. I'm standing in the same spot you are. Chrissy, I was trying to ask you a question. I'm just asking you one question. Are you giving me a lawful order to leave this building?
I am telling you that my supervisor is on the way to discuss
I know,
that
but I'm
with
asking,
you.
are you giving,
that is
are
my
you?
answer to your question.
Okay. Okay. So I've yet to be given a lawful order to leave. I just want to confirm that.
Terry, I told you to leave 10 minutes ago.
But I'm asking, are you giving me a lawful order? You are giving me a lawful order. Okay.
So the Frauditor has been given a lawful order to go. Now, do you think he's going to go? I highly doubt it.
So are you going to leave?
Chrissy Creedick badge number
2375, Terry.
You're giving me a lawful order. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll speak to your supervisor outside. Make sure he still comes.
Okay. He is on the way.
Don't worry. I got that on videotape. I know, but it's not, they don't need to know the reason, though. Respectfully, it's not their business. They're not entitled to it.
Hi.
Sergeant Hughes, can I get you to identify yourself, sir?
Sir?
Can I get you to identify yourself, sir?
Sir, I'm Sergeant Hughes.
Sergeant Hughes.
Anne Arundel County Police Department.
Badge number?
Badge number 1311.
Thank you, sir.
All right, can you identify yourself?
I'd rather not, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So I just wanted you to come out here and explain to me why it is this public lobby that I'm being allowed to film in.
Something. All government buildings aren't public.
Have you ever noticed how frauditors always want names and badge numbers, but then on the other hand, they refuse to identify themselves? Well, there's a reason for that. Most of them have arrest records. Now, Sonny Boy here, I don't know if he has an arrest record or not. He might have a juvenile record. Possible.
No, I understand that, but this lobby is open to the public.
Okay.
You're right.
You've already been banned by the school board, correct?
No, I have not. Absolutely not.
Joel Batten has told you not to come back here?
No, he has not. I have not talked to that man. I have his card in here to call and set an appointment up with him. But I'm gonna blip that out because I don't do free advertisements. But if you guys want to do a partnership, I can totally.
All right, listen, I'm being told by Mr. Batten that you've been told not to come back to this building.
Well, he hasn't. No, they haven't told me that.
Okay, I can't go by what you tell me. I'm going by what he tells me.
Well, how is that, sir? How can you go by what he tells you, but not by what I tell you?
Here.
Okay, but you guys work for me. I'm your authority figure.
I don't work for you.
You're a public servant, sir.
Yes, sir, and I do not work for you.
This laughing hyena is getting cut down to size by the police sergeant, and I love it.
You work for the public.
Okay.
You're here to protect and serve me.
I'm here to help you and protect you, yes.
But you can't come out here and tell me that you're going to believe his words and not mine. Sir, respectfully,
yes,
I have a camera refuting every lie that he's trying to perpetrate upon my character right now. He is defamating my... No, it's between us because... I know, but you're trying to deprive me of public services based off of what he's saying.
I'm not depriving you of anything. They're depriving you of it.
Okay, but again, I'm asking under... How? How, sir? How can you tell me that I can't come into a public building? The issue is that you guys are lying and saying this is a private building.
I did not say this was a private building. I did not say that. I said not all corporate buildings are public.
She did.
I did.
Okay. She did.
I did.
She did.
They told me
Okay.
that.
The Frauditors' immaturity is clearly evident in this video. She did, she did, she did. You sound like a child. Grow up. You're over 18 years old. Act like a man.
So this is a public school building. This is Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Okay. This lobby is open to the public. There is no badge to get in there, anything. From the hours of 9 to 3, the public can walk into this building and conduct their business.
Okay. So what is your business here then?
Okay, and I'm going to explain this in a couple of ways. The first is that it's none of your business.
Okay.
The second is I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
The third is I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activities.
Okay.
It's all subject to a time, place, and manner, business hours, public lobby, legal business.
Okay.
The issue was I came here to conduct legal business. I didn't walk in here just to sit down.
That's a lie, Frauditor. Earlier in the video, you said you had all day to hang out because you didn't have to go to work. Whatever job that is.
I'm again asking you, is your business here concluded?
Well, let me ask you, is this sidewalk out here...
Answer my question. Is your business here concluded?
Is this sidewalk out here private property, sir?
I'm asking you a question. Is your business here concluded?
And I'm asking you a question, sir.
No, you're not going to answer a question with a question.
Back and forth.
Okay.
I'm Cam Cook. I'm the lieutenant that's on scene.
Okay.
So, we need to resolve
We do, sir. We do. Okay. And I haven't tried to escalate anything. I've tried to de-escalate. Yeah.
I'm not going to talk over you. I certainly hope that you don't talk over me.
All right, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize, Lieutenant.
Recorded. I forgot to say it.
Same as well. Same as well. Yep.
At this point, we have to resolve this. We're not going to go back and forth. We're not gaining any ground.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
My sergeant asked, your business is concluded here at this point because, number one, they're not going to let you back in the building. They're
Do you understand that, Frauditor? They are not going to let you back into the building, which means you have been trespassed from the property. Do you get it?
I know.
So your business technically is concluded.
Absolutely.
To answer your question, this sidewalk, yes, it is property that belongs to the Board of Ed, and it's not public. If you want to do some sort of protest or recording,
hold on, but they said,
then it's going to be at the sidewalk on River Road.
Hold on, but she said earlier that the parking lot was open to the public.
I'm telling you this now.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to confirm. That was all because I was being told different things. That's all.
I get it. So at this point here, either you're going to your car on your own, or you're going with us.
Yeah, no, I'll go. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to confirm. So, Lieutenant Cook, badge number?
1433.
Okay, and you guys are giving me lawful orders to leave the Anne Arundel County public school buildings, public lobby, correct? Okay.
Well, there you have it, folks. I did a couple videos on this idiot once before, and he's a moron. He's a walking, I can't say those words. He's just an idiot, let's say it like that. You should head on over to his YouTube landing page under the About tab. There's his email. If you can't quite read it, it's annapolisaudit@gmail.com. Send him an email and tell him to stop this nonsense. He says he has a job, and he said he worked in a restaurant before, so I suspect he's still working in a restaurant. As a server, a dishwasher, I don't know, but tell him to go to school, get some education, get a real job. If you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.